piano at the very end.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
And a deer in the opening shot. My dear, my...
Lies.
Oh, was that the surgery?
What?
The surgery. And welcome back to another...
Oh, no.
And welcome back to another one.
Why?
Guys, this one's going to be great, yummy,
You don't even do it right.
tasty, and delicious.
Hello, weirdos. And welcome to another episode of Tangents of Horror. No sacrificial stuff going on here today.
Just sacredness.
Yes, with me, Brandon.
And me, Steven.
Yeah.
I'm in this movie. This is wrong because his name starts with is a V in the middle.
That's a shame because that's not how I wrote it.
Oh, you
Wikipedia is wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Just
It
wrong.
really sounded like a Steven with a PH.
Yeah, because we're about to review the killing of a sacred deer.
And did you like the deer when it was on screen?
There's no fucking deer. I was very disappointed. I waited.
The deer was metaphorical.
No.
It seeked us out.
There was no metaphorical deer either.
I'll get to it. I believe there was.
Starring Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, Barry Keoghan, Raffi Cassidy, Alicia Silverstone, Sonny Suljic, and others.
Oh, yeah.
A heart.
A heart right at the beginning. Do you think that was real?
Nah.
Yeah? You think?
Nah.
Well, oh, I didn't know what you said.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
What?
Written and directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Hope I said that right.
You did. Where's he from?
Not
That's
here.
an interesting name.
I'm not too sure. It's a
Norwegian.
good question.
You think he's Lithuanian? Oh, he's Greek.
That's cool.
Nice Greek guy.
Film director, producer, screenwriter, photographer, and theater director, and former professional basketball player. That's crazy.
How tall's this guy?
He's done everything.
My goodness.
He's done it all. That's insane.
I like this guy. He's done music videos.
He's done it all. He's done The Lobster. Well, the screenplay for The Lobster. I've never actually seen that.
No, me neither. I've heard good things
I
about
like lobster, though.
Yeah.
It's tasty, especially with butter.
Especially when it's free.
Everything's better when it's free.
Oh,
you
God.
Crazy? Cinematography by Thimios Bakatakis.
Did you like the Bakatakis camera?
I did like the cinematography. I will
Did
not
you
lie.
actually?
I did.
Yeah, it was It was pretty.
It was crazy.
It was pretty.
It was artistically well done.
Interesting.
Yeah. By the way, it's an A24 movie.
Yes.
You can definitely tell.
Yeah.
A lot of people did stuff in this movie.
And then here
Except
we
for
are.
acting, because it was basically just a family and a few side characters.
reading a script. They didn't have to...
What was that?
We'll get to it. Let's just, because that's such a big part of the film, I say let's just kind of get through the plot without talking much about how strange everyone was. And then we'll get to that after we kind of get the plot out of the way. What do you think of that?
I apologize in advance if I fall asleep during the review.
Because the plot, once you get, we highlight the exciting parts, it's quite an interesting little...
It was fine. It was just slow.
Yes.
Like the opening.
The opening.
Great music.
yeah.
There was music.
There was a little score.
And it was loud at first. It was just like, bah!
Almost the jump scares came from the musical stings and not necessarily anything popping up on camera. Except, honestly, the opening scene was the biggest jump scare. Here's an open heart surgery.
Yeah,
with a
black
beating
screen with music playing for like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden open heart surgery for another 2 minutes.
Yeah, just a slow zoom out.
It was nice. Yeah, a little slowly close. Yeah.
And yeah, I was
pulls out.
mentioning, I guess this is the surgery that's mentioned in this video.
Yeah, this must be Martin's
video.
father.
Yes.
This is the devil's father.
Yeah. Martin's not the devil.
Okay, this is the devil.
Whoa. Are you the devil?
See, they're coming at me because I'm
Jesus.
talking about them.
Oh my God, be safe.
Okay, fine. They're doing open heart surgery on the devil because Martin
On the
is
devil. Oh, I see.
the devil's son.
The devil's
He's the
son.
son of the devil.
God.
Yeah, that's right. Even the title card was up for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Every
I
shot
get it.
was
There's
30
4
seconds.
words.
Yeah, longer than it had to
4
be.
words. I can read pretty
Killing
fast.
Of a sacred deer. 5 words.
A doesn't count.
Ah. 824.
Exactly.
Yeah, open heart surgery. And what do we immediately cut to?
Him and his little doctor friend walking down the hallway. Great cinematography.
Yeah.
And they're talking about watches.
Yeah, that's right. And they're both Oh, yeah, see, it's hard not to mention, but I guess I'll mention it at key points when they're just speaking very robotically in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going, nice watch. What's the depth range? 200 meters. I just bought it for this much money. Great. How do you like it? It's good. What about your watch? Great. I like it. What's the depth meter? 100 meters. And that's how.
It's like they were reading what
Yeah.
they were saying. It was very odd.
Yeah.
But like you say, there's a reason. So
I interpolate a meaning.
interpolate. That's a word.
Interpolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They talk very robotically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On purpose, though.
And then we get some sexy time with the wife,
Yes.
Nicole Kidman.
And we learned that our friend Stephen Doctor is can only get hard to
Dead
scenarios.
People.
Anesthesia. Anesthesia? Is that a Disney movie with Mickey
Anesthesia?
Mouse? Anastasia.
Yeah, something like that.
He's like in a wizard's robe.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's trippy as shit.
Yeah. And
Is
like
it Anastasia?
Yeah, that was one of the hand-drawn sick ones.
Anastasia.
That also might be the stripper's name.
Oh, no, that's that film. Crap, I don't remember the Mickey Mouse.
Right, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. Trippy.
Mickey Mouse Wizard. Mickey Mouse Wizard.
Mickey Mouse. Harry Wizard.
What? You're a hairy wizard.
There you go.
Fantasia. Right, that was the pink elephants
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the mushrooms. That was
God.
crazy. That's when Disney was on acid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and good for them
Right?
for just exploring artistic
Just
outlets.
you got to get out there sometimes.
Take a drug.
Yeah,
Wife plays a nice little
dead person.
under anesthesia. And he kind of jerks off for a bit and then just goes in. It's
Yeah,
great.
he gets ready.
He gets ready.
He gets ready.
I love their relationship. I think their goals, they're both so open and communicative to each other.
I think he meets Martin before that.
Yeah.
The first restaurant scene.
Right. Do they sit down in the restaurant? Yes.
Yeah, Martin meets him there. And right
Yeah.
away, it's kind of easy to tell that it's not his son because you kind of think that at first.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a Big Brother thing. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even know if they do that anymore,
Yeah,
but it's one of those programs where if you want to be nice to a kid that needs a big brother in their
Yeah.
life, you would be like a sign.
Yeah.
They probably don't do it
Oh,
anymore.
right. That was they just did use the term Big Brother.
Yeah,
as
that was like the organization.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure there
right.
were others.
Yeah. Whatever
They even
happened
have a
to those?
Seinfeld episode about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Might be too dangerous, or I don't know. I don't know.
We made up the danger in our heads.
Yeah, so right away you're like, who the fuck is Martin?
Yeah.
And the doctor gives him a watch.
Yeah. That's just a gift.
Oh, kind of a bribe almost.
And we learned
that
that
you find out.
Yeah. It's a guilty gift.
Yeah,
GG.
because it's an expensive watch with a metal band around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No leather, no cheap leather shit.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
It's more expensive. He mentioned that to the kid. Thank you so much. Can I give you a hug? He's also robotic, by the way.
Oh yeah, very, very.
We learned Martin and the wife and the kids and
Everyone.
and the surgeon or the anesthesiologist.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember that word.
I kind of slur through it.
Martin starts like visiting their house and shit.
Yeah, the family gets to know Martin.
Yeah, the first. Okay, I don't get it. Like, okay, so
Go ahead.
Martin's hanging out with the daughter and the son.
Yeah.
And the daughter's just randomly like, oh, so I got my first period recently.
Yeah.
Goes silent for like 4 seconds. And
Yeah.
Martin's just like, hey, do you mind if I have a
Yeah.
cigarette? I just recently started smoking.
Well, it was. I'll start to explain why I think.
We can't not talk about it.
Yeah, I'll start to explain what I think, why I think they speak like this and are outwardly blunt.
Very open, yeah.
I think they were directed to read their lines like this because it's a lot more animalistic. Where these both are going through puberty. We find out he's kind of obsessed with body hair with puberty, and she's bringing up puberty when it comes to her fertility.
Oh, yeah, because he wants the brother wants to see his armpits or
Yes.
whatever. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's not that much hair. My dad has
And
more.
he takes off his shirt and shows his armpits. Yeah, my dad has 3 times more.
Yeah.
I think it just those are just the ones going through a hormonal change, and so they're
Okay.
going to be very sex focused. And then we learn that kind of with the parents, and then when they're making decisions, it's very about self survivability first, and everything else is just a logical decision. And we'll get to those points later. But that's kind of my first inkling of they're just being very animalistic, I think, and maybe that was the intentional motif with the sacred deer. But yeah, they're very strange, but we notice that they start getting a crush on each other.
Why don't you sing me a song? Not right now.
I don't.
She's shy.
How about
Why don't we go for a walk?
See, but you remember it all, which is I'm surprised. I remember the lines too.
Oh my god. Yeah, so they go for a walk and then we get a fucking musical number.
Cause we're gonna let it burn, burn, burn.
Is this an actual song?
Yes, yeah.
By who?
Na, 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 na.
Sounds like Taylor Swift
Yeah,
or something.
and I love that.
And it's another slow pan out.
Yes, it's
and
just
then-
her against a tree, one shot. A lot of these lines, I think they were trying to really show off the actors. Because the actors were able to monologue every fucking scene for 2 minutes. One shot,
Yeah.
zooming out, and it's them monologuing. Like we saw this in The Visit, where it's these one camera shots on a tripod zooming out, and the kids, when they were doing their little documentary, were just doing these fucking 2-minute monologues, and it's very actor impressive.
Okay.
And I think that's the kind of purpose. But for a watcher, you're so unsettled, you're uncomfortable. And I guess that's the purpose, I would imagine. But not an easy watching experience is for certain as well.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. That's all. It's the most kind of fuck you to the average movie watcher. And it's just like, you watch what we did. Look, these actors can memorize and do a fucking 2-minute monologue. Have this girl sing a bad karaoke song. Cause you're gonna let it burn, burn, burn. And we're gonna let it burn.
I would join in, but I don't know the song.
We
I'm
gotta
sorry.
throw it on
I
after.
apologize. No.
What? It's a good song.
I'm sure it is.
She's got
but
great
we're gonna let
taste.
it burn, burn, burn.
And great taste in men. Oh, that's why you're saying it's Satan's son. Because you mentioned when she was singing that, there's going to be fire later on.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
It just goes into what I know.
They burned in hell afterwards.
At this point, the mom/wife is getting weird because, well, not weird, but what's the word? Interested in why Martin's there, basically.
Yeah.
And it turns out the doctor at this point lies. Actually, now that I think about
Steven?
it, because he says he's an old patient.
Yes. I mean, he might have treated him, maybe because it was a car accident that killed his father.
Was he in the car?
It could be assumed.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Because it's not out of the realm of possibility.
But yeah, he says Martin is from up north. Oh, no, wait. He says dad died in a car crash.
Yeah.
Martin is an old patient. And at this point, too, the only thing weird and off about Martin is every time he's on screen, there's like ominous
There's a music sting immediately, and it's only when Martin
Devil's music
goes to seek out Steven, and you notice Steven start kind of being like, don't come to me at the hospital. Like, let me know when you're on your way or something, and then there's a music sting, and it's
a lot more prominent when it's just them two.
Yeah.
If he's with like the rest of the family,
fine.
it's not really there.
and I guess the music just shows us that Steven's feeling super anxious about Martin whenever he comes around.
Yeah, he's starting to get like very stalker vibes at this point. And then Steven ends up going over to his house for dinner and a movie.
Yeah. With Martin's mom.
Yeah, little Miss Martin.
Yeah, Miss Martin.
Just as awkward. Alicia Silverstone playing her and her hand fetish.
And you said that she played the worst one trying to pretend to be robotic.
Yeah, she didn't. She seemed like she was trying, but she still seemed normal.
It's interesting that the other actors pulled it off, that it wasn't...
I mean, she was only in that one scene.
Yeah.
They were in the rest, like, the whole movie, which I'm surprised she didn't come back, to be honest.
Martin goes to sleep, and then they just sit there and watch a black and white movie.
She starts hitting on his hands.
Yeah. She's like, doctors have soft hands. Can I get a closer look at your hands?
Would you like to come and have some tart?
Apple, yeah. I
No,
mean, cherry.
not maybe next time.
Yeah.
I think it was apple tart. I think she just said tart. I could be wrong.
I'm
But
dying.
then he needs to leave because he has a wife,
Yeah,
Steven.
I know.
Steven has a wife.
Steven has a wife.
But as he's leaving, she gets a little loud and goes, "I won't let you leave until you've tried my tart."
No, I really have to go.
Was that like a metaphor for her vagina?
I would imagine so.
Tart? It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Tart.
Yeah.
Little tartiness.
And I guess the sort
Dessert, if you will.
And I guess the sort of we find out that Martin kind of knows about his mother wanting to flirt with
I think he almost like egged her on to do it.
Yeah.
A little creeper.
Yeah, because he mentioned a couple times before this that him and his mom have gotten really close after his dad died, and
because wasn't he sleeping in her bed?
Yeah, he's
so
sleeping
even
in
if
her
they
bed.
were to go do something, they would have just found Martin there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, weird Oedipus complex, made by a Greek guy, so that makes sense.
Yes,
thank you, Brandon. I thank you for always knowing exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm so smart,
and just reaffirming what I'm saying.
I'm just so smart. This flashes to Martin visiting Steven at the hospital once again.
Yeah.
And his heart hurts.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, my father, he was healthy as shit, but he smoked and I smoke.
Yeah.
And my heart hurts.
Yeah.
Right here. It hurts right here. There's fuck all wrong with him.
And he keeps tapping his chest.
Yeah. He crazy because he's the devil's son.
Yeah.
He misses his daddy.
And then they put him up on a bunch of tests. Nothing's wrong with him.
All over the place. And he's like, yo, Steven, let me see your chest hair.
And
he did not have 3 times as much as him, apparently.
But he showed under his armpits, too.
He didn't have too much.
Not much.
Colin Farrell, not much hair. Yeah. Martin invites Steven over again. Thinks his mom likes Dr. Steven.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and also mentions this, I think, during the hair scene, right? Or no?
This is during the hair scene. My mom really likes you. I think you should come back over. I don't think so, you little
I have a wife.
And then it shoots to him being at his friend doctor's house.
Yeah.
And even they talk weird here.
Yeah.
Because his wife comes over and is like, here, use this knife, doctor. It's a lot sharper. And he's like, thank you, nurse. And she walks away.
Oh, maybe they're all matching the cadence of someone doing surgery. Like scalpel. Thank you, nurse.
I know, but
doing incision?
Who else is doing that?
Well, I'm saying everyone is. But maybe I wonder if that's the cadence they were trying to match.
Maybe.
Is
like the way they're talking.
Yeah, very like almost military-esque, where it's stating, thank you, affirmative. Another guess. I don't know.
I didn't think you actually knew.
No, spaghetti at the wall, stick at this wall.
Stick it at the wall.
Stick it at the wall, spaghetti. Oh, there is a spaghetti scene.
There is, but not yet. Martin keeps calling Steven at this point.
And he's
even
ghosting.
At his friend's house.
He's fucking ghosting him.
And because he's at the restaurant, because he's waiting for him. He's like, I got apple pie. Do you want apple pie? I'll bring you apple pie.
I'll come where you are. I'll come closer to you are. I'll deliver the apple pie. Ooh.
Martin.
Please.
Shame on you. Wife seems more unsettled as this all is going on. Other doctor mentions Martin waiting at Steven's car at one point when he's over at his house. And Steven's like, that's impossible. And he's like, no, that was that. He was there.
Do we get the parking garage scene already? Or is this coming up?
Where is he on the way to? Isn't he on the way to Martin's house at that point?
This was in the string. No, he was going home. And Martin said he'll meet him at home.
Yeah, because then he's walking through the parking garage. It was at a very random part.
I think he was he was coming home from the hospital. And Martin said that he was coming over to Steven's house. And he's like, all right. And then as he's leaving the parking garage, we see fucking Martin running in front of the camera and behind a bunch of cars.
Very fucking stalkery at this point.
And then he's just running to Steven's
He's like
house.
on the other side of a fence or whatever.
Terrifying,
in the parking garage.
And the best part is Steven just full out sees him, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, he can't say shit.
I think he probably pretends to not see him.
Yeah. God.
This is at the point where daughter starts hanging out with Martin.
Yeah.
And she says, we were riding motorcycles. And we see Martin waiting outside of his house.
Yeah.
So he calls Martin.
Yeah.
But he decides to ignore the call because he's like, well, you didn't answer all
Martin
my calls.
Gets the power back.
And this is when the shit hits the fan. Because this is the morning where he's like, yo, son, Bob, little Baba Joe, get up. And he's like, I can't. And he's like, stop being fucking lazy. And he's like, I'm not this time, Dad.
Yeah.
My legs don't work.
He's like,
can't do it.
what do you? And then I think it just cuts straight to the.
I'm surprised I didn't freak. I'd freak out a little more if I couldn't move.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, they're all
I'd be
level-headed.
screaming before the dad was like, time for school. I wouldn't just be laying there going, huh.
Nobody screamed in this movie. They don't have the capability.
Okay, this is weird.
They're all level-headed.
I don't
and
get
think
it.
completely logically.
No. I'm so confused. No.
We only get one emotional outburst, and it's actually super fucking powerful.
Yeah, the cat.
No. When Steven's outside later on in Act 3.
Oh.
And he just has the breakdown.
All
And it was
right.
really good acting, too.
Well, now we get like a little montage of the son going through tests and all this.
They're trying to figure out his legs are just paralyzed at this point.
No, they're fine because he starts walking at
that's
one
right.
point. And then there's my favorite shot of the entire movie.
This 2-minute
when they're
shot.
going through down the escalator, and it's an aerial shot following them, and the kid just fucking collapses, and the mom is all over him like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. And then,
he has to stay in the hospital. No going
Steven
home for
kind
little
of
baby.
checking back in, and then he gets a phone call from Martin, yes.
Probably.
And then Martin's just like, meet me at the cafeteria right now.
Yeah.
Martin, I can't. I'm in to my son.
You gonna do it, son of a bitch?
No, you do it. Come quick. I won't be too long. I have a gift for you.
Do it.
Okay, Martin. None of these people sound like this.
What does he say in the cafeteria again? Did you try the meatballs?
Oh, no.
Oh.
What? Oh, does he?
No.
What the fuck? Don't throw that at me. Again. There was only spaghetti in this film.
That wasn't the scene, though. What does he say in the... I think this is when he tells him about
I was going to say, this is the lore drop. He says, okay, listen, I won't take up too much of your time. I got you a gift. What did he get him? A Swiss Army knife. Oh, he should have told him that.
Oh, yeah. He invites him up to give him the gift.
Yeah. And he says, I also have something to tell you about, your son. And so essentially, and this is where he goes to explain it, because you killed my father, so one of your family members are slowly going to start deteriorating in 3 stages.
They're going to die 4 stages. Come on.
See, he says, I guess death is the 4th stage.
No.
And because the speaking thing wasn't a thing, I made that up. That wasn't real. I lied to you about a 3rd thing where they don't speak.
Well, you're pretty dumb, aren't you?
Well, you believed me, so.
Well, now we're having a really dumb conversation.
Stage 4 is death. Stage 3 is cry blind.
Cry blind?
Yeah. Stage 2, no eat. Stage 1, paralyze. Let me go in order. So since you killed my father,
speak up, man.
The devil. He doesn't explain what entity, but he essentially says that everyone that he knows, his son and his wife, his blood, are going to go through 4 stages.
Stage 1, paralysis.
Stage 2, refusal to eat.
There you go.
Stage 3, crying blood. Stage 4,
they
death.
Dead. They die.
Yeah.
They only got a few hours to live after they bleed from their eye sockets.
Apparently.
Which is funny because little Bob bleeds
true.
from his eyes, and it was later that night when shit hits the fan, so to speak. But now the son won't fucking eat, so it's coming true.
And
so dad's like, fucking take it. He's shoving a bun in his mouth. And he's like, eat it.
It was donuts.
Oh, it was a donut?
Yeah, because he's like, don't worry, I won't tell your mother.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah. And he turns to his mother, his wife, and says, can he eat donuts? She's like, yeah, I don't. And this is like, we start to notice that he doesn't handle his anger well.
No.
At all.
Well, he knows what's going on.
Well, he's been sober for 6 months.
Yeah.
So he quit a nasty alcohol.
A little late for that shit.
He's going through relapses.
Well.
Get the man a stiff drink.
We get a lot more Martin and daughter. Apparently they're going around on motorcycles with no fucking helmets.
My God.
That's not cool, man.
And dad even told her.
He told her.
She didn't even listen.
Guys.
They're in the rebellious phase.
Listen to your dad.
Please.
Wear your helmet.
And stop smoking cigarettes. Oh, wait, no, that's what he told Martin, not his kids.
Oh, yeah. Because his daughter does start smoking.
Yeah, and he does too.
Who? Oh, yeah. Everyone smokes.
Does. Yeah, that's right.
The mom's even smoking when she's watering the lawn at night. I think that comes later.
Or now, while she's coming back from Martin.
She's like, oh no, wait, we get the one scene with Martin and daughter, sexy time. She's like hitting on him, and she apparently is very much like her mom and dad.
Yes.
She thinks Martin likes to do it with the dead people.
Yeah, and she just strips down to her underwear and just lays down prone on her back on the bed.
I don't get it.
It's just assuming the position. It's animalistic.
Then she would have raised up her behind in doggy style.
You don't know how humans are supposed to have natural sex.
Well, that's the most animalistic way to do it.
Humans are animals.
Exactly.
And this is how they act. Truly.
Was this acting?
In a way, yes. Because they had to, like, undo all of their muscle memory of acting.
Damn it.
Stop showing emotion. Just
talent.
God.
No, that's not. All right.
Martin convinced me. Whoever played Martin.
Martin was great.
Fully convinced me that he was like that.
But he doesn't have time for sexy time. He has to go.
Yeah. And then he kind of
he
negs
doesn't
her
really love her
a little bit.
He what?
Negs her. It's like when it's been a pickup artist technique where you insult the girl to make them like you. It's very like elementary school. And they call it negging.
No, I think at this point he gives up on her. So from here on out, he's kind of just whatever with her. Because you know why it is? Because she says, at this point, this is when she's like, I love you.
Oh, right.
And that's when he just like, I think he's holding her hand or has his hand on her shoulder and he just like drops it and walks away. So I think that maybe scared him off from her because he also knows that she might die. Because I don't think he can do anything.
Yes. Well, he cures temporarily.
So you think he can put a stop to this curse that's going on?
Maybe not through his own will. Maybe.
See, that's
it's
what
hard
I mean.
to tell.
I'm fucking...
We will be able to decipher once we get to the end of this plot.
We won't, because I already watched the movie.
No, but you'd see it's a different.
All right. There's lots more tests done on the son.
Yeah.
They think he's faking it at this point.
Yeah.
They think it's all psychosomatic.
Well, and Steven goes to test that. He takes Bobby out on a wheelchair. That's the son's name, by the way.
Takes him for a little bit of a walk,
and he's
so
like,
to speak.
He says, let's go for a walk, and he picks him up and
drags him around, and just then drops him. Does it like 3 times.
And picks it up, drops him.
Thud.
And he's like, listen, I'm going to tell you a big secret that I've never told anyone. And
what the hell?
You promise you tell me a big secret. Well, he has to tell a big secret.
There's no other secrets you can tell?
But it has to be of that severity.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's the only logical way.
All right.
And so
what was the secret? Loud and clear for the ones in the back.
Hey, so no. He talks about how when he
touched himself, much came out.
Not much came out, like a drop.
But apparently, everyone at school was talking about how
huge
so much came out.
And so he tried it on his dad when he came home drunk and passed out, and it did boatloads. And then he ran out of the room scared. And then he told Bobby this.
And then the kid was just like, yeah, I got no secrets.
Sorry, I have none. What do you mean?
I just told you. If you don't tell me anything, you're losing the point. He doesn't say this, but like, fuck. That's what I mean. Start small.
Yeah, start small.
At least if you started small and the kid was like, I don't have any secrets.
Yeah, then you're like, okay.
At least you get it.
Yeah, safe play.
God damn.
I only thought about it logically. That's it. Go big or go home. And I guess he ran home.
If you don't tell me what's going on, I'm going to shave your head and I'm going to make you eat your hair.
And he's like, nothing's going on. I will literally make you eat your fucking hair.
I will shave your head, Bobby, and I'll make you eat your fucking hair.
I like that he said it. I will literally make you eat your hair. He reaffirms it.
I had a little flashback of the donut going in his mouth.
Yeah, no, he's not good with his anger.
No.
He lashes out in violence.
Then the daughter ends up collapsing from singing too hard.
Yeah.
At choir practice.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking Christmas choir song that's in every other movie. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But it's that one, guys.
We did a good rendition. Why did you go low?
It's so cool.
You should have stayed high.
It's such a
I went low.
We were doing power chords at that point.
Damn it. Yeah, she just collapses. Her legs are gone. She has no more legs.
They disappeared. They turned into Mike Wazowski.
She does take the food, though, but she can't swallow it. So.
Yeah. She does it for Mom, because Mom asked politely.
Palale.
It was like a cucumber.
Good old Nicole Kidman.
Thanks, Nicole.
She was also in a Batman movie. Batman Forever. That was a childhood crush right there.
Who else was in a Batman movie?
Martin's mom was Batgirl in Batman and Robin.
And she was Catwoman? The other one?
Batgirl. No, she was just a Batman psychiatrist.
Oh.
Oh, that's crazy.
What's Batman need a psychiatrist for?
Because he's Batman.
Joke.
Because Steven's pissed. So he's like, yo, you know what? I'm going to go visit Martin.
Yeah. Is this when he's banging on Martin's door?
Martin, I will rip through this door and I will fuck you and your mom just like you wanted.
He says this in broad daylight outside of Martin's home. And no one's home, I guess.
Nice home, by the way.
Beautiful. Nice little Cincinnati house.
Very nice. I like.
Like a nice 60s house.
Yeah, so he does that. Doesn't do the fucking, though.
No.
He ends up telling his wife what exactly happened.
Yes.
Like full, he was drinking when operating on Martin's father.
And I believe we are to be assumed that during this scene, when they're both just having a cigarette talking about what happened, he also explained the lore that Martin described to him about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because after this point, the wife does know kind of the whole story.
And then we get a little guilty montage of him just being naked everywhere.
Yeah. Just sad and
He's
naked.
in a shower for a couple seconds
sad.
naked. You don't see much. It's kind of disappointing. You see a bum.
And then he just slumped over.
I figured, what was the point of him being naked so much if you don't even show
vulnerability.
Anything?
The motif.
He's vulnerable.
Yeah. Stripped down to nothing.
Like when he was in the phone booth.
That's right. What?
The movie Phone Booth. That's a good one.
Where someone's on the phone with him and they're like, you have to do this.
It's a sniper, yeah. He's just stuck in the phone booth for the whole movie. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, there's like 10 minutes at the end where there's like shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like duties. It's crazy. No, it's a good movie. A lot of people don't talk about it anymore.
I saw it on my TikTok and I watched 3 parts of it. And
it's really one of those movies you could watch like every 10 years. It's like, whoa, that was really good. But it's in a phone booth the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, you get it.
Like 12 Angry Men.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that. But it's okay because he was also the Penguin in the Batman. He did really good on that. And he's supposed to be in a Penguin show soon. And I'm excited for that.
You're saying these 3 have been in Batman films?
Whoa!
What are you discovering here? Who's Steven played by again?
Colin Farrell.
Is he in Batman?
Yeah, he's the one. He's Penguin. Who did you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
Okay. Moving on.
I hope Martin was in Batman as of the Joker.
I don't know what else Martin was in. He looks familiar, but I don't think he was in Batman.
I think he's not even acting. I hope that's just exactly who he is. And
maybe he actually is Satan's child.
Yes.
You never know.
Oh, you never know.
You really
do the
don't.
DNA test.
Yeah, so he's doing the naked thing.
Yeah, naked and sad.
Good stuff. Mom's hanging out with the kids in the hospital.
Yeah.
And Martin calls the daughter. And he's like,
yes.
I'm outside with a wheelchair.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't, what do you want? I can't walk. And he's like, just do it for me, baby.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. So she walks to the window.
We don't hear the side of Martin's conversation, by the way. We just hear her going, I can't, though. Are you sure
we do
it'll
see
work?
him outside, though. It does show him outside.
Yeah.
But then when she gets to the window, the little fucker is hiding.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't see you.
And I think it's because the mother also went to the window.
Well, she already knows he's there.
Yeah, but he likes to play this weird cat and mouse game.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He's a cuckoo.
Crazy devil son.
She stands just fine. And
until she turns around and starts walking back to the bed and kind of like...
Yeah. And Bobby's like, I want to stand up now.
No, he's like, I want to look out the window. Right out the fucking bed. Which was funny. It was a good little comedic relief. I don't understand why she get to walk.
Yeah.
And then at one point when she's walking, it may have been this, because the mom's like, oh, she must be getting a little better.
Yeah.
The son's like, why is she getting better? Her mom's excuse is, oh, she's older, so she's stronger
she's
than
stronger
you.
than you. You'll be better soon. What the fuck am I saying?
Poor Bob.
Yeah. He's just getting the shit out of the stick.
Fucking call him Bobby. He's a kid.
Bobby.
Bob doesn't even sound right. He's like 4.
Yeah.
8 maybe. 7?
Yeah.
I don't
7,
know.
8.
He was little.
7, 8, 9.
79? Somewhere around there.
When do you
I
think
don't
about
have
armpit
kids.
hair? I don't know.
No, that was Martin that had armpit hair.
He asked him.
Oh. So when are you interested in... I'm confused.
Like how everyone was interested in armpit hair.
I never really gave a shit, to be honest.
Neither.
Not gonna lie.
I saw it happen. I think that's what's supposed to happen. And then that's it.
I was like, oh, look at that. I don't look there much, but that's there.
There it is. Cool.
Cool. Don't know how long it's been there. Yay, deodorant time. Not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
I don't wear it that often.
You don't? You got rid of your armpits?
No, deodorant.
You got rid of your
My armpits are still there. Luckily.
No,
I'd miss them if they were gone, because then that would mean I don't have arms, probably. Because that's the only way you would not have armpits, right?
If there was no
Unless your forearms were just floating there.
Oh, just like kind of.
Well, you know what I mean,
There's
right? Because the armpit's there because your arm is attached to your shoulder.
You'd be like Rayman.
It's underneath. Yeah. What?
Rayman has floating limbs.
Rain Man. I thought you said Rain Man, like the movie
Everybody
with Tom
loves
Cruise.
Rain Man.
No, that's Raymond.
Oh shit!
Rain Man is a movie with Tom Cruise and his brother,
who pretends to be Martin. Actually,
he's very much like Martin, and he like counts cards and stuff.
Maybe
tangents
of Martin.
Tangents of Martin.
This is our special episode.
Good old Martin. What is Martin up to right now? Hand job. Steven was drinking. Oh, flop. Oh, the
kids want to go home, want to be discharged.
When she's visiting the window, though, there's one thing I wanted to mention. The daughter starts getting creepy at this point.
Yeah,
because she's like almost, and this is another thing. Maybe it is the devil's kid because the daughter is almost religiously accepting what is happening. Yeah. And she's not even saying like, "Oh, I'll be fine and I'll be healed." She's like, "No, it's fine not to walk. It's not that tragic. It's just whatever."
Well, because the mother lashes out at the daughter here, saying she doesn't want her to talk to Martin anymore, and confiscates her phone. And then the daughter under her breath goes, "Fuck you," and she's like, "What did you say?"
Is this the one that you said was the only part of her expression?
No.
So there's two.
I guess so.
Because this is the most anger that anyone's ever shown.
Emotional overflow here. And the daughter just psychologically batters her mother by being like, "Don't overreact. It's not that dramatic." Or it's not that tragic, she said.
Yeah, not that tragic.
Not that tragic. You're being belligerent. And then she does some deep dive on her mother and hits her right in the fucking cranium.
Yeah, she's completely in love with this fucking Martin dude now.
Yeah.
So Mom visits Martin now, and Martin claims that the doctor flirts with his mom. This is when he's like, "Yeah, he's been flirting with her since my dad died."
Yeah.
And like,
he's just straight up
cool.
lying now.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the spaghetti scene.
Yeah, and then he says, "I gotta go to school soon, so I got 10 minutes." And he's just in his underwear and he's
so weird
eating spaghetti in the middle of the day.
I liked it because it made him seem that much creepier. Yeah. But it's so random.
And I guess this is how the wife learns about the whole rules.
Does he mention it?
He starts, or she's either coming here to ask about the rules, or this is where she learns, but it's never outrightly said.
So I think she's just asking him to stop it.
Yes, and then he's saying, it's something outside of him, or something that can't be controlled.
But then he ends up talking about they. Like, who's he talking about when he's like, "Oh yeah, and they all said that I eat spaghetti just like my dad. Stick my fork in, twirl it around, then shove it in my mouth until I finally realized that's how everybody eats spaghetti."
Yeah, and I was heartbroken, almost nearly as heartbroken of when your husband killed my father.
Yeah.
And then she asks, "But this isn't fair. Why should the family have to pay for the sins of the father?"
Yeah.
And then Martin responds, "It may not be fair, but it's the only thing I can find close to justice." Something along those lines.
That's fucking crazy.
And then that's kind of when the wife, I think, first considered, like, why not the husband just die?
Yeah. Oh,
she
100%.
thinks like super logically and just like, well, this should be the solution then. But it's implied that that Steven has to suffer just like Martin has.
And now the wife asks the other doctor about Martin's dad,
Right.
And he doesn't. He doesn't know,
and he has to
he
say,
doesn't remember.
Oh, I've got a lot of patience. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, well, give me the file then. Oh, I remember a little bit. I can't give you the file. So he says Stephen was drinking.
Yes.
Always, and he says it's always the surgeon who kills the patient,
not the anesthesiologist.
Yes, because earlier in the film, when she confronts Stephen, he says
it
wasn't
line.
me. It's not the surgeon that
it's
kills
never
the
a
patient.
surgeon's
It's
fault that a patient dies. It's the anesthesiologist. And then we get this inverse scene where he says, it's never an anesthesiologist's fault that a patient dies. It's always the surgeon's fault.
And then she has to pay for the information with another hand job. And I don't mean another hand job from her, but I just mean another hand job in the movie as a whole.
Yes.
Because I believe there's one more, is there not?
No, that was one you wanted, but it never came.
That's good.
Thank you, dude.
You didn't even mean it.
Nope.
So the kids are sent home, and they're both looking sick.
They're a little sick, but they set up this nice little sunroom.
Well, they're rich as shit.
Yeah. Doctor
they got
salary.
The money.
My God. Yeah, they set up their nice little deathbeds.
And this one, the wife starts to get fucking crazy because Steven's eating dinner. And he's like, you know what would really be good? If you came back in the kitchen tomorrow and you'd made me mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are creamy and good and delicious. And she's like, you say the stupidest fucking things.
Both of my children are fucking dying. You're talking about mashed potatoes.
And it's all because of you. And this is when
soft hands.
Steven cracks. And we kind of get, I guess, another thought about what it could be. Because he makes it seem like it's voodoo now.
Yes.
He's like, oh, you want me to just reverse the spell?
Yeah.
You want me to like conjure up some sort of way? I want to get this, and some pubic hair. You think pubic hair's out in here? Here, let me look for the pubic hair in here. Nothing in here. Do you have some pubic hair I can use? Oh, wait, you don't have any left. Looks like we don't have any pubic hair.
As he's saying this, he's going through all the cabinets and just tossing dishes. Nope, not in here.
Throwing dishes on the ground.
Empties the fork drawer out.
Oh, my God. And then this is when we get a really... this shot was really cool because you just see Steven in the window smoking a cigarette and it's panning out really slowly. He's thinking hard.
Was this his emotional outburst here?
As in...
No, I don't think it
bringing a guest home?
No.
Oh, no? Because this is when he gets his wife and he's like, I got something to show you. So he goes into the basement.
Right, yes.
Hello, Martin.
He's got him duct taped to a fucking chair.
Beaten and bruised. And this is when Martin claims to them it's not him doing it.
Yes.
It is not him. Doesn't say what it is, but basically alludes to it that it's just karma, basically.
Yes. Yeah. That's just meant to happen. But
it's karma in his favor. It's karma to make him feel better in a way. Because he's like, let me show you an example. And he bites him.
I would say quid pro quo. Tit for tat. I think it's not karma to benefit him. It's karma to make it just. Because it benefits no one. Because right now he's benefiting because he hasn't lost anyone. Steven's benefiting. And so it has to be equal. You lose someone you love.
I mean, it's not like Steven did it on purpose. So Martin is benefiting. It's revenge.
He did it out of negligence, we could say.
Okay, but it's still revenge.
One of the 7 deadly
it's still
scenes.
Revenge. Which is
it's
still,
equilibrium.
I guess that's a way to look at it,
There's
but
both
it's revenge.
Ways. Both ways work. I say it's equilibrium because I agree with Martin. It's the only thing, it's the closest thing to justice.
But you can't tell me that in the end, Martin won't feel good about it. So it's both.
Martin will never feel good again. But Steven does feel good because he hasn't lost a family member. Martin will never heal from what Steven did to his father.
Okay. I don't even know if we mentioned that part when we mentioned what's happening to his family. In order to prevent what's going on,
he has to sacrifice one of his own.
He has. Yeah. And by sacrifice, he has to kill them. Which I thought he just had to tell Martin which one, and that one would suffer and die. But no, he has to
do it himself.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And so the wife becomes privy to this and mentions offhand one night. So it should probably be one of the kids, right? Because we can have another one. We can just have another one. You can have one. I can have one.
Yeah, everyone just starts kissing his ass.
Yeah, because now they know that he's the ultimate
Except the
decider.
daughter. The daughter doesn't kiss his ass.
The daughter tries to escape, and then kiss his ass when she's caught.
Afterward.
Yeah.
But even at that point, she's not kissing his ass.
She's
basically giving up, being like, "I'm sorry, I did it." Like
what she does do is
guilt trip him.
Is fuck with the brother. She
no, that's before.
Yeah, it's kind of before, almost during.
But when she's talking to him, she's not kissing his ass because it sounds like she knows she's going to be chosen. So she's like, tell Bob I'm sorry and I love him, because she thinks at that point, well, he's obviously going to pick me.
Well, maybe guilt trip. Yeah.
So yeah, it's either a guilt trip or she's just given up, which doesn't matter anyway, because he kind of just can't fucking decide.
Yeah.
Which is funny when he visits like the principal and shit. And he's like, so what kid's better?
Yeah. He's like, so what's their conduct in classes? And the principal's like,
they're both pretty smart.
They're pretty equal, you know. This one's pretty good. They're pretty good. They may, had some outbursts, but it's fine. And then Steven
which one's your favorite?
Yeah, if you were to choose, which one would you say your favorite?
And no, the principal
I can't answer
choose.
that question.
I'm sorry.
But but this is around the time where Steven has his emotional outburst, where he's just out on the balcony and he just like spits and starts bawling. And it's another slow zoom out shot.
Yeah, at some point during
and that
all this.
was the most emotion I think we get throughout the whole movie, and it hits pretty good.
Yeah, that
I think he does a great performance.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It makes I guess it's all builds up to those scenes to be so shocking too. It helps in many different ways.
Well, it's so nice.
It takes away. And then we start getting a final showdown. Daughter goes to sneak into Martin with her little limp legs and says, "Hey, make my legs work real quick, and I'll help you get out."
I have to mention,
run away.
Sorry,
what?
When she's being mean to the little brother and being like, "Yeah, you're probably gonna die." I love the one part where she's like, "So I lost the MP3 player that Martin bought me.
Yeah.
Can I have yours when you're dead?"
Yeah.
And then that's the point when the bro cuts his hair.
Yeah, that kind of motivates him to be like, "Fuck, I better start kissing ass."
Starts sucking up to his dad.
I want to be a surgeon just like you.
Yeah, fuck what mom does.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but you do makes you think and
it's
challenging.
Yeah, he says all the right things. It's challenging. It really keeps you on your feet.
And at one point too, the mom even brings the kid. This one was weird too. The mom brings the kids to Martin.
Yes. Yeah.
And like kisses his feet and shit.
Yeah. And another kind of biblical reference. She's tending to his wounds and then kisses both of his feet.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Where, because that's when I raised my eyebrows. When he mentioned that's when the daughter, when she was looking out the window, sort of revered him as like this religious figure. That immediately reminded me of this scene where the mother also does it and just tends to his wounds and kisses his feet like he's
the devil's devil's child.
And I was saying in that moment, it's amazing how he's tied up and bound to a chair, and yet he commands the most respect in that room. Very interesting.
Fucking crazy.
Very charismatic evil in the weirdest way.
We see the daughter crawling to Martin.
Yeah, on the floor on her belly.
And the parents are wandering around the house trying to look for her, which I don't understand why they wouldn't just check there.
Yeah.
But when they get there, she's gone.
Yeah.
And she's basically begging Martin to... At this point, I almost thought there was going to be a plot twist, and it was her that was doing it through him or something, because she was like, "See, you can't do it," or whatever. "You can't make me walk." But really, he didn't want to or couldn't anyway.
I was going to say that just shows that she immediately reverts to guilt tripping.
Mm-hmm.
When she's did it with her brother, or she did it with her mother. I think she does it to every single family member and Martin.
Mm-hmm.
That's just her weapon.
Oh, well, yeah. She's just her.
Yeah.
Marsha. You're not going to get that.
That's from
an old
Will
show.
and Grace.
Sure. Yes, we'll give it to you.
Golden Girls?
No, I think...
Full House?
No, older.
It's a rare condition.
The Family...
Family Matters?
Family Ties, maybe? No. The
Happy Days?
No, same period
MASH?
though. No, with the heads and the squares. I don't. I never watched it.
The Something Family?
If you know what we're talking about, tweet at us and yell at us and be like, "You're stupid." This is what it's called.
Full House. It isn't Full House.
It's Full House.
Yeah,
it's not. Kissing feet. Parents wandering around. They find their daughter like up the road.
Yeah, on the sidewalk, her knees all scraped up.
Well, yeah, because she still can't talk.
And they fucking get her, take her in the house, just tending to her wounds. Neither the mother or the father saying anything to her. And this whole time, Well, this is such a cool scene because it's a bit confusing to watch. We first see them tending to her knee wounds, and then we see them looking for her, and then we realize that...
Well, yeah, because it makes it seem like that's part of her kissing up.
Yeah.
But right away, I thought it was weird, like how she was saying stuff. But I thought it was going to be her anyway because she had been doing shit with Martin.
Yeah.
That was a good little twist.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ends up so Mom lets Martin go at this point.
Yes.
Which I thought at that point they must have killed the daughter because why else would you let him go? But in her mind, it's like, well,
she said
there's no point.
Yeah. He's not doing it. It's out of his hands. You know what you have to do.
And then Bobby gets the bleeding eyes.
Yeah.
Mom, Bob's dying. So this is when we get the final shot. What does Steven decide to do there, Steven?
Steven gets everyone rounded up. He goes to his wife, and she said, I'll put on that nice black dress you like, as her final way to appease him. She uses sex as her weapon.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
But what does he do to choose?
He gets them in a triangle formation, blindfolds them, gags them, and ties them to a chair, and puts a pillowcase over their head.
And fucking tortures them.
Essentially, he gets his little shotgun and spins around in the room and blindly fires.
Yeah, pulls his little fucking toque down over his eyes, little
beanie
bitch.
For you otherworlders.
Well, yeah, I guess it is a beanie. Toques are a little different.
Toques are our word.
No, but aren't toques like the thicker ones that kind of flap over?
We use it for everything. We crazy.
We are crazy. Whatever.
And French influenced, apparently.
Headwear. Now everyone's happy.
Knitted hat.
I like knitted hats. I wish I had one.
I'll make you one.
You don't knit.
Okay.
You don't.
He spins around, fires like twice.
Misses them.
Yeah, misses them. And everyone's freaking. And
just shoot your daughter already.
Yeah, she's the easy choice.
And then he shoots my favorite.
The boy, Bobby.
What a dick.
Propane and propane accessories.
So rude.
Well, it was fate that decided.
He didn't do nothing for no one.
Exactly. What do you mean?
That didn't sound right.
Yeah, who didn't do nothing for no one?
He didn't do nothing to no one. Bobby.
That's exactly why
Not talking about Steven.
Yeah, he did a bit to everyone.
He's killing everyone now.
And
the devil, his son.
Yeah.
Martin wins. Martin's happy now.
And we don't get... we assume he buried him in the backyard?
I don't know what the fuck you would do with that. How do you explain that?
Because
why isn't your son coming to school anymore? Oh, we're homeschooling him in the backyard? In the garden?
In the garden? We read to his dead body every day. And then it doesn't immediately cut to our final diner scene?
Spins, misses, goodbye, son, no. And Martin passes them in the restaurant.
Yeah, full slow motion scene that lasts like 7 minutes.
That really romantic 80s music playing as he comes in. It's almost like sparkly around him.
Yeah. And
not really. He's the fucking
goes in
devil's
and
son.
sits down, walks past him, orders a water. They're eating their meal. They get up and leave. She eats her fries first.
Yeah, there's one part we didn't mention because who the fuck knows when it... Oh, it was when they were in the... when they were first in the diner.
Yeah, diner scene. And they were just eating burgers and fries.
Well, he is because Colin Farrell's character already ate his apple pie. Right. That's why Martin gets it for him later.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Martin shows up and he's like, "Did you already eat? Because they're supposed to go somewhere."
Okay.
And he's like, "I just had apple pie." He's like, "Can I get something before we go?"
Oh, I didn't know.
So he brings over the food, and he's like, "Aren't you going to eat your fries?" He's like, "I really like fries. They're my favorite, so I save them for last." He's like, "Oh yeah, me too." So the daughter
in this scene,
like you claim it's to show that she's different than the father, is just eating the fries first.
Yeah.
I already knew she was different from the father. Well, not that different because they're both assholes.
Yeah, it was, I guess, to reaffirm, re-bolster that really
she overcame
nailed down the
everything.
point.
And she can walk again. Good for her.
Good for her. And because she was older, she was stronger.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Do you think she got the MP3 player?
Makes sense.
She should have had it when they walked out. She should have put
listening.
it on. That would have been great. Missed
really
opportunity.
Good, honestly. Sorry.
That just put it down
Not
a
a
notch
perfect
for
score.
me.
Yep. And
lacking there.
That's it. Martin's staring at them mouth agape.
And if you all notice, there was no fucking deer in this movie.
The deer was the Bobby.
Bobby?
Bobby was the killing of the sacred deer. He was the sacred deer.
Oh, he was sacred?
He was
Why
sacrificed.
was he sacred?
He was sacrificed.
Why was he sacred, though?
He was
died. If
sacred-fied.
you're sacred, you wouldn't die, would you?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Bobby really ascended.
Mm-hmm.
Into.
I hope he haunts Martin and slaps him.
I would love to see a buddy cop.
What's going to happen to Martin's mom? She has no hands to look at.
She'll never have love.
That was a creepy scene when Nicole Kidman, like the wife, was like, by the way, I like your hand. Oh, this is how the mashed potato thing starts. He's like,
yes,
it would really be nice if you made mashed potatoes tomorrow. She's like, yeah, it would. You know, you have really nice hands.
Yeah.
I've never noticed it before, but it's all everyone's been talking about lately. He's like, what? Fuck you and your mashed potatoes.
Yeah. How interesting that this is actually quite quotable for you, too. Because there were, I'm starting to remember a lot of these.
I wrote a lot of the quotes, too. Yeah. So if I wrote it, it kind of sticks in my...
Wow. Because there was some funny fucking line deliveries. But my God, this film was shocking. It was uncomfortable to watch through.
I'll be honest, it would have been good if it was a bit more faster paced. This kind of story, I think, would have worked better if it was a bit faster.
Yeah, honestly, the story could have definitely held on its own, regardless of
or
all the
At
artistic...
least the third act.
Yeah.
Or gradually get faster.
Yeah, because we get
act.
45 minutes of no evil, no paranormal, nothing. It's just human relationships.
And just such slow zooms. Like, just cut them in half or
Gotta make you uneasy. Gotta make you feel just as uncomfortable as Steven.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's probably the point, but my God, it's torture. It's literal emotional torture.
Rating.
That's another one where I'm confused about, right? Because it's not how you're supposed to make a film because it's emotional torture.
But it's just based on how you like it.
Me? Steven?
Like, would you watch it again? Put that in there?
That's the thing. No. Not for a while.
Because it was so good?
No. Because it's emotional torture. It's drawn out scenes and droning music to make you feel uneasy.
Okay.
And it works sort of on its shock factor, but it's uncomfortable to watch.
So it should be at least lower than the last movie we reviewed.
3.8 out of 5.
So not that much lower.
I gave the...
last one 3.9.
Is that right?
Candyman was so much better than this.
They're different.
All right. It's your
say,
rating.
It's
I'm
hard
just
to
saying.
say better or worse. They are different, though.
You're talking about this like you make it sound a lot worse than Candyman.
Just the things that I mentioned. What really... It does well what I don't like about it. The things that I don't like about it are done very well.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So that's kind of my conflict.
Okay. All right. I'll probably go with a 3 hand jobs out of 5.
That's fair.
It is being fair.
You could get 3 hand
almost
jobs
2.5
in the duration of this film.
Yeah, well, that's why you sound out of breath. Don't. It's no.
Don't. Please stop.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
How do you feel after watching this?
Pissed off.
At Martin? At Steven?
Because I won't know. Because it did suck me in.
Yeah.
But it didn't fucking answer anything.
You're the
why
one.
they talked like aliens. Why?
To make you unsettled. See, do you want to know the reasoning of why the director did that? Or do you want to know the reasoning in the fiction of why they're doing that? The director probably did that to make them, what I think, more animalistic.
Okay.
To make them think, that they're super rational and it's uncomfortable to listen to.
Okay.
And it's devoid of any emotion, so it's hard to read our characters.
That's too much for
How
me,
to know
man.
if they're lying or not is ambiguous. So it keeps us in the dark.
The way people talk should not make me think that much. No.
But the movie, all wrapped up, gift wrapped in a bow, should make you think that much.
Okay, so maybe if they spoke faster, or if the movie was a little faster paced.
It would be more or less, but we wouldn't
and maybe
feel
if
uneasy.
they told me who worked on the sound design, because someone did it, and it was decent.
And who they is.
Well, there's no composer. They even in the credits
Right.
didn't say music by. It said music department. No way.
Someone was shaking a metal sheet.
Pretty much.
At some,
Maybe it was just the director or something. I don't know, but it was good.
Yeah, it was cool.
Just too fucking long. And like Nicole Kidman's like yummy.
And we get a couple of nice nudies too.
I was very surprised at that because I never knew that she did boob scenes.
Oh wow, really?
I don't think so.
Oh, interesting.
Like, she's in that one movie with Tom Cruise, Eyes Wide Shut or something, like an artsy.
Yeah.
Who did? I think it's a Kubrick film.
Okay.
I think it was the last film he did. I don't know if she gets naked in that.
Okay. But this is the one. Yeah, it's artsy.
Yeah, apparently.
You got to go to the artsy ones.
She's even good looking now.
Yeah. Good for her.
I mean, I had a crush on her when I saw her in the Batman film.
You still have a crush on her.
Oh, 100%.
Well, then.
What else was she back in the day other than Batman? I'm trying to think.
Back to the Future.
No, but she does look like she could have played the girlfriend or something.
Bat to the Future.
Oh, she was in Practical Magic with
That's not a movie.
Who's the girl from Miss Congeniality?
It's
in the tip. No, it's on the tip of my tongue. Speed. She's in Speed too. Sandra Bullock.
That's her name.
It was Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. They were sisters, but they were witches.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty spooky because Nicole Kidman accidentally conjures up like an ex-boyfriend's ghost.
Okay.
And it starts like haunting her or some shit, and they need to get rid of it or some shit like that. Pretty cool. Maybe we'll watch that in the future.
Now, do we have... I was going to segue to that. Do we have a...
We should choose one.
We should choose one.
We should get the box. We should stick Steven's hand where it shan't not belong. Shan't not?
Where my hand shan't not belong.
Well, it shan't not belong.
Enchanté.
In the dark box of the nether.
Livre de mort.
The dark box of the nether darkness.
You're almost doing German. I did French.
I can do German?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like German.
Yeah. Oppenheimer.
Yo, German food is delicious. Have you had German food? So good.
Wieners?
And like...
Bratwurst?
Maybe not that. I don't remember what it was called. All right. Sticking his hand in the Necronama box.
Okay, let me close my eyes.
Also, thank you to nobody for requesting Death of a Sacred Deer.
Thank you to Steven for being in Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Steven's been kind of mentioning this every once in a while, but he's never had the balls to just be like, we should do this movie. It's always been like, maybe in the future we should do this. Like, yeah, that'd be good. And then we just keep going on to what we should do.
Whenever we just talk about horror movies, I'm like, like Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Oh, he's opening it.
Thank you, Johnny.
Oh, it's Carrie.
It's Carrie.
All right.
Here's Carrie.
I'm going to assume we should do the original first.
Okay.
But it is one that he's seen, and I'm going to assume he has seen the new one.
Who's he?
Johnny from work.
Oh, Johnny from work.
Yeah, I should have explained that.
Thanks, Johnny from work.
Johnny, if you're listening way out there in the land of where you are, where is he?
Pork and cheese. Pork and cheese. He's in the land of pork and cheese.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not lit. I just...
Were you taking a drag? Oh,
no,
you ashed
I just asked,
an
and you know
unlit
what's even
cigarette.
funnier? It was this way.
Oh, wow.
So
He ashed the filter into his... Oh, my. This movie did a number on you.
Well, it's late.
No excuses.
It's been a fun day.
This movie did a number on you.
Reviews. And...
Firehouse Sub.
Carrie, motherfucker.
And Carrie.
Is this our first Stephen King movie?
The Mist. We did a commentary track on it. Remember?
That's right.
One of my faves.
Okay.
And now this is your favorite Stephen King.
No.
Oh.
That would be Stand By Me. That's my favorite Stephen King movie. I've seen it more times than any other Stephen King movie.
I'll help you.
I like Stephen King.
Carrie.
Carry me.
Okay.
Home.
You already are.
I like...
I like my home.
All right, guys. I think we're a little too tired.
Thank you so much.
Follow us everywhere we go.
Instagram.
Just follow us.
Follow me.
Just keep
Take
your
pictures.
distance. We like our bubble.
We love our personal bubble.
Just ask if you want a hug. If we want a hug.
Ask if we want a hug, and then we'll hug each other in front of you.
There you go. Twitter, Instagram, not Facebook. Listen to our beautiful, angelic, demonic voices on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and there's probably another
Radio.
one. Oh, I do heart radio.
I deer heart radio.
There was no fucking deers. There's more deers where we live than there were in this
Guys,
movie.
go to the opening scene where there's the open heart. I swear there's a little paw.
We swore. I thought that's what that was.
A little deer paw.
I swore that's what that was,
Yeah.
but it was crazy. And if you don't mind,
What?
please follow us.
Where? You just already said
That's
that.
true. But also,
But follow us internetly.
and smack our stars.
Okay.
Just
Smack our stars right out
I
of
gotta
our
come
heads.
up with another explaining name. Don't smack them, smooch them.
Like, okay. Like, you want to reinvent smash the like button, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it was smack the star,
Light
the star, light those stars up.
Light your fire and
Light my
never
fire.
stop believing. Because you can do it.
Yeah.
And remember,
Journey said,
don't
make a movie with no
them
deers.
and put in the title.
Yeah.
Deer.
Like, I wouldn't make Batman and not put Batman in it. Even if it was a metaphor.
How does that explain Suicide Squad then?
Easy.
They put Joker in it and it wasn't really Joker. I never seen it. But I feel like I'd like it and everyone else would hate it. But it looks fun.
The
and
first
characters
one
look
is
fun.
The first one is shit. The second one is awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They did a whole turnaround.